Hi, my name is Melanie Bujek, and I'm a certified body talk practitioner and instructor. And I'm going to be doing a body talk session on Angie. And afterwards, Carrie's going to be doing a follow-up evaluation. So first, what I'm going to be doing is getting my yes and no's. So that is a no, and this is a yes. This is a no, and this is a yes. So I'm going to go through the body talk protocol to see which links we need to come up with in order to help improve her sense of well-being and to also soften the restrictions that Carrie found earlier. So I'm first asking permission. Are permissions a priority? No. We're in section 4. So we're doing lymphatics. So lymphatics, let me just check. So we're going to be doing some lymphatics of her back, lower back, and pelvis. Any further links with that? No. And so that we're just going to do that straight away. Okay, so I'm going to have her place her fingers right here. There you go. Right about there is where we need to do it. I'm going to do a light tapping over the head. And then a light tapping over her sternum. And I'm going to have her roll to her side so I can reach her back. So roll to your side and face that way. Thank you. Okay, and keep your fingers right on your cheekbones. There we go. Okay, I'm going to have her roll back over. And I'm going to have Angie roll back over on her back. Okay, now we're going to find the next link. This is in section 1. And we're at organs. A specific organ, her gallbladder. And no more details on the gallbladder, so we're going to link that to another organ. No. Section 3. Okay. No further links. Okay. So I'm going to place my hand on her gallbladder. This one's a little bit more complex link. Now I'm going to have her put her hand over her heart. I'm going to have her leave her hand on her heart now because we're doing yet another link to the heart. Now I'm going to have her place her hand over her hip, signifying her pelvis. Okay, arm down. Is this link still a priority? No. Okay, so another link. This one is in section 2, general environment. Has to do with money, issues around money. We don't really need to know any more about it, just that there are some issues around money. Affecting a particular endocrine, affecting the thymus. Okay, so I'm going to have her place one hand over her heart. I'm going to place one hand over the thymus with concepts around money. So she's going to be thinking about money issues right now. And arm down. Is this link still a priority? No. End of session. That's it. And Carrie's going to come back and do a reevaluation.
Welcome back. Now, Angie, how was your first body talk session?
It was interesting. I felt a release.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And where did you feel, like in through this area?
Yeah, when she was pressing here.
Okay. What I want to do is I want to first of all, thank Melanie for doing the treatment. And what we want to do right now is do a reevaluation and see if anything shifted with Angie. Okay. So we'll start here at the ankle. And remember, she was a little bit more restricted on the right ankle, and it's actually moving a little bit easier. I can feel a difference in the end range, and actually she's got more range of motion here. I'm going to feel through the bones. She still has the same tension here. I don't notice a difference here in this lower leg. And she still has problems with this knee. I come up through here, and there's still some tension in this leg. So I don't see, so far I see changes in her ankle. I don't see any changes here, here, here as of yet. Her pelvis is much easier. This is moving much freer. And let's check the range of motion. Remember, she was restricted in this range. This is coming up much easier. Remember when we first started, she could only come up about this far. So this feels much freer. How does that feel to you as I lift this up?
Fine. No restriction.
Any tension there?
No.
The other range of motion that was restricted was this internal rotation. That's going a lot better. Mm-hmm. How does that feel for you?
Great.
Is that easy to move? Mm-hmm. So remember, before when we started, she was only coming to about this range. So far what I've seen with Angie is her ankle is moving easier, this hip and pelvis is moving easier, but no change in these areas here. I'm going to come into this region here, and actually she feels softer in through this stomach region. I sink into the tissues much freer. I'm going to come over to the liver gallbladder region. She's moving much freer there, and also the spleen is moving much freer. So right across this area is much lighter to palpation. I'm going to come up in through this rib area. Remember before we had some tension in around this heart area. You can see that she springs so much freer through this area. I'll come around and check out her neck and the shoulder region. So shoulders, actually the shoulder actually feels that it's moving much freer. And I'll check the clavicles, and clavicles are much freer. I think her neck was moving pretty good the last time. So I'll have you sit up for me with your back to me and face that way. And let's check some range of motion with your shoulder. We had some problems with this shoulder. This is moving much freer. A little bit of a pop there. That's a lot lighter. How does that feel as I lift it up?
It's good.
And through here, and I come up through this way. This is a lot better too. Remember, she was restricted here. And on this one, she was a bit restricted in through here, and this is coming up much freer. And bend your elbow. This is actually very loosey-goosey. And through here as we move that around. She also had a problem with external rotation on this left side. Let's see if that's any better. That's a lot freer. She was coming in through here. I'm going to palpate in behind the spine between the scapula. She's actually much freer through here and much freer in through there. Okay, just lie back for a minute. So what happened with Melanie's session with Angie is just with that body talk session, we had nice ankle movement freedom. Okay, we had some freedom in through the pelvis, in through the hip region here. The abdominal area relaxed. We also had some freedom in here in the lower rib cage between the liver, gallbladder, spleen. Heart area relaxed and this left shoulder relaxed. What didn't change very much was this leg in through here. What I find clinically is that the areas that don't change with body talk, I may go in with another technique. I may go in with a manual therapy technique or exercise technique. So body talk can cover a lot of ground here, but there's certain things that it doesn't treat. Well, this was very successful. How do you feel about that? Your first session?
Yeah, very
Went pretty
successful.
good. We had a lot of key changes just with a simple tapping on the head and tapping on the heart. And this is what I tend to do when I teach and also clinically, and patients are amazed when they see the before and after effects with this. And a little bit later after this, we'll kind of discuss how we integrate this body talk session with other treatment modalities and exercises.